Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What's your name?
Miss Carol.
Miss Carol. Hi, Miss Carol. I'm Sir Cracker.
Hello, Sir Cracker.
Guess what? I'm wearing a Tom Baker hat.
You are indeed.
Yeah, now you're wearing a Tom Baker hat.
I am.
Hi there, friends. I'm the only Sir Cracker. Wait, let me just do that. If you haven't noticed, there's no script here. There's no nothing. It's just you, and you. I've had this on for a while. Let me take it off because I'm getting all warm. Here on Review the Who, yes, that's what you're watching, a show called Review the Who. We review
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Man, I am much cooler now.
You've always been cooler.
But
Always been cool.
But I'm cool.
That's what I'm saying. You've always been cool.
Okay, so let's talk about Who and our experiences with Who and who we are.
Okay.
That's a lot of Who.
That is a lot of Who.
Now what?
What? Okay, so what are we doing? We're going to review Doctor Who from the beginning.
From the beginning.
Very beginning.
You mean the beginning of, like, the movie from, like, the new Who stuff?
Nope, even further back.
The beginning of Tom Baker? Because I totally dig Tom Baker.
Even further back.
You're talking about the beginning to beginning.
Yes.
As in William.
William Hartnell.
William Hartnell. All right, we can begin
Yes.
to review the Who.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's your what?
There's the what. Now who?
Who are you?
All right, so enough with the funniness. Okay. So you were very right. We are reviewing Doctor Who from the very beginning.
Yes.
In chronological order from number 1 all the way to whatever we're at now. I
Yes.
don't know what number we're on now.
We're about to start season 10 on the 16th.
Season 10 of the new stuff. And they are completely separate.
Yes.
So
yes.
I mean, it's really like night and day.
Yes.
They're two completely different productions for the most
yes.
part.
Yes.
So, a little bit of background.
Okay.
Okay. You know nothing about, for the most part, of the old Who.
Yes.
What do you know of the old Who?
I know a little bit of a couple of different doctors because I'd see them on reruns, like on PBS and stuff.
Okay.
Or BBC America. Early in the morning. So I've seen a few Tom Baker episodes and a couple of Colin Baker
with the
episodes.
pretty coat.
Yes. And the Valley Yard. So I know a little bit, but way not
There's
enough.
no cohesiveness.
Right, no. Way not enough. And nothing of William Hartnell.
Don't even know the first
Peter.
the first 3 Doctors.
Right.
I don't even know the first 3 Doctors.
Right.
So we decided to start from the very beginning.
Yes.
And that way, somewhere in the middle, we'll meet.
Yes.
And hopefully before the TV movie.
Yes.
I'm sure that's... have you seen the TV movie?
Yes.
Okay, so that pretty much is... There's a long stretch before we get to it.
Yes. A huge stretch. Yes.
Oh, yes. Like 7, almost, well, TV movie's 8th Doctor.
Yeah, 2 movies, 8th Doctor.
So we've got a long ways to go. My history is pretty much the polar opposite of you. I have grown up watching, let's see, Doctor number 4 through 7.
Okay.
And I watched them over and over and over and over because they were
Yes.
on KSPS or PBS,
Right.
public television, and like 10:30 at night every single Saturday night.
Yeah.
And I used to sneak up and watch it, and then my mom and dad got into an argument. My dad watched like part of an episode and it was real violent. I think I was 9 or 10. And my dad absolutely refused to let me watch it. And my mom and dad got into this huge fight that lasted for like about a month.
Really?
And yeah. And so I would sneak downstairs in the basement, and I'd have this little black and white TV, and I would watch quietly when they went to bed for about a month on this black and white TV, just so I could watch it because I was so addicted. Well, you know what? Honestly, what got me into it is that my mom came over from England in 73, and so she was born and raised in Worthing, Sussex, and I always felt like I was ripped away from my heritage. Like I never, growing up, I was an American. But I knew there was something else,
right?
And this was my only link. This is why I got into it, and so it really did. For me, Old Who is very emotional. It's very attached to my childhood. Yeah. It was like a safe zone for me. Right. You know, and I used to, after they fought, that my mom won. My dad said, you know what, that's fine. No, don't worry about it. Fine, you watch it, and I did, and I fell asleep almost every Saturday. I would lay there and watch like the first episode. They always play 2 episodes. Right. By the time the second episode started, I was already out. Mm-hmm. So I've watched a lot of the first episodes of these stories, and the second and third,
not so much.
Not so much. Well, the third was usually the second week, right? And they played them in sequence. It was really nice because you start with one doctor and it just worked its way all the way through.
Right, like we're doing.
Yeah, like we're gonna do. Yeah.
Very cool.
So, a little bit of history for you, I know. And I want to apologize to you because I've got that host thing in me.
That's all right, it's all good.
I feel like I do more of like the talking and I have to ask questions. It's just the way we roll.
It's just the way we roll.
So, we decided a long time ago, but we decided to do this kind of like the Siskel and Ebert kind of thing. Yes. And that's where our base is. Yes. So it's definitely a role. We've got this thing going on, and this is what we're going to do. And every week we're going to take emails or comments in the comment section below these videos. Yes. So if you have a question that you ever want to have asked, you just leave it in the comment section below. And in the description of the videos is where our email address is for now. Because as the moment we're filming this, we don't actually have the email set up yet. Right. But it will be in the comment section. Yes. And probably around our 4th or 5th episode, I think probably around our 4th or 5th episode, we'll end up being able to verbalize what our email address is. So if you want to email us directly. And it'll be something, like Review the Who at Gmail or something. I'm not saying that's what it is, but
that's a good one.
Something along those lines. Yeah. So, and it'll definitely be, I'm sure, a Gmail account. Right. Because it's easy. It's simple for us to have our smartphones and get our email. Right. Yeah. Right.
I have a smartphone now.
Oh, so I have to tell you, this is so awesome. So this girl, she has had this flip phone since flip phones first came out.
Well, I didn't actually get a cell phone until like 2005.
Okay, so 12 years ago she got a cell phone. This is 2007. For all those that are watching 2022.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm glad you finally got that, but don't get addicted.
I think I already am.
I think it's ruining this new generation. I'm about to go back to a flip phone. And when I'm done with that, I'll go to a brick. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to go to AOL.
You say those 80s phone, yes.
Can you hear me now? Well, I better not do that. It's copyrighted. Like YouTube cares about copyright, really. So there's a couple of things that y'all are going to notice if you haven't noticed already with our videos. We have absolutely no monetization. There's no ads or anything that we put on. If you see an ad before, in the middle, or the end of our videos, it's not from us. We have no interest in that.
I thought we were going to do ads, though.
No ads.
No commercials?
Well...
Oh, okay.
Okay,
That's different.
Let me clarify something.
That's different, okay. I see what
There is going to be, hopefully, ads in the middle of our commercials, or in the middle of our shows, like commercials, but they're
gonna be a surprise.
You gotta wait and find out.
Yes.
It'll be something kind of like this. I hope I put something in there. Otherwise, there's me.
We're paused.
So yeah, there's
no actual ads.
No actual ads.
Right.
No.
Right.
And so that kind of thing. Yeah. So we're playing with it. We're trying to see what we can do and come up with and have a little fun.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much where we're at. I mean,
right.
You're new Who. I'm old Who.
Right.
So, yeah.
Hopefully in the middle of
What got you into Doctor Who? I'm actually kind of, because I don't know this story.
Right.
So.
Well, supposedly, my aunt got me into Doctor Who. Supposedly, my friends got me into Doctor Who.
What friends?
Exactly.
It wasn't me, was it?
No.
We've been friends for like ever. Were you into Who before you met me?
No. I'm fairly recent into Who. Like,
I wonder.
Just a couple years.
I wonder if I got you into Who.
Well, a little bit. I mean, and then being on Facebook, because I didn't get on Facebook until a couple years ago.
Right, and the Who was already what, 3rd season or 4th season in when you
at least, if not further.
You went back and started watching all the old stuff and got.
I went from the 8th Doctor.
Right.
Well, actually, I started with the 9th. I didn't realize
there was the movie.
That there was the movie. But,
a lot of people don't because it's hard to find.
Right.
Yeah.
So I started with the 9th, watched it online via a website that does that and allows that.
Right.
And
it's a paid website, by the way.
Oh, is it? See, I didn't know that. That's why I didn't mention the name, though.
No copyright or no pirating going on.
Right. Oh, no, not with this site. No. Actually.
It's straight from BBC. That's the site you went on.
And, I just started watching from 9 to current.
Mm.
And at the time, it was like just near the end of Peter Capaldi's first season. So just a few years ago.
That's the new Who.
Very new. Yeah.
He's already done. This will be his 3rd season. He's coming into.
He's starting his 3rd season.
And is he going to do the whole? Do we know if he's going to do the whole season or is he?
Yeah, we know that he's going to regenerate in the Christmas special.
Oh.
Yeah. So I know it's out there. So no spoilers. It's happening.
Do we have any inkling on who's gonna?
Well, I've heard that he was going to degenerate.
Whoa. Okay.
And I don't know if I like that.
Here's what I understand. What do you call Peter Capaldi? He's number what? 12?
He's 12.
Okay. From what I understand, the original rules is you're only supposed to have 12 doctors.
Yes.
But Peter Capaldi, everyone's calling him 12.
Yes.
But he's actually 13.
Yes. Because
there's this War Doctor.
The War Doctor.
Okay, so...
Then you also have 10-2.
Who?
And exactly.
10-2?
You've seen this, okay?
No.
David Tennant.
Uh-huh.
And Donna Noble, they make that second Doctor. Although he's human, he only
you're talking about that weird episode.
Yes.
Where the guy thinks he's the Doctor, but he has the memory of the Doctor, but he's actually human.
Not the Christmas episode. No.
Oh.
No.
Well, I'm really confused.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna have to watch New Who again.
Oh no! Now we're gonna go to a commercial break while I watch New Who. I will get there in 20 years.
I know. Yeah, we'll get there.
God, I hope it doesn't take that long. Although on the rate we're going, I mean, seriously,
right.
We'll be there by Christmas. You know, it's really sad. On a different subject. I mean, I'm getting sidetracked here, but we're doing all of this, and what I haven't done in like a year and a half at least is that stuff.
Right.
Oh.
And I have some cheesy cinema to be doing too.
We sat down the other day. Okay, so I've had this new addiction where I go to these book fairs. I'm so bad. One of these libraries have book sales every now and again. People donate books and movies and CDs and that kind of stuff.
Right.
And then the library sells them, and then they make money off of it to help them keep going and buy more new stuff. And I got an addiction. I've only gone once, but there's one coming up on May 6th at our local library. I walked into this book sale, because I quotate a lot, so get over it. I walked into this book sale with the intent of not buying a damn book because my wife was going to buy like $100 and some odd worth of books.
Right.
And it's like $3 a bag, so imagine how many books like $100 is.
Right.
Oh boy. I was bad. I spent $57. I think it was $57 or $56. And I bought every single DVD and VHS they had. I walked out the door. I swear to you, I walked out the door with almost 600 titles.
Oh my god.
And out of the 600 titles, I think there was only about 20 of them I didn't have.
Right.
I'm going back. I have insider information. I get a early release. I get to go.
Right.
I get to go
you
in the day.
To the library.
Yeah, I get to go in the day before and look at all that they've got in there. And there's a lady that works there. Actually, there's 3 or 4 of them, but they all know me by name now because I went in. This is what happened. So I go in and I realized they had movies.
Right.
And at first I had one cart. I was looking. I didn't notice a cart. And then the more I started paying attention, there was like 3 or 4 carts full of movies. So I went up to the register and I looked at the lady and says, "I need your help. Now, I don't know if it's against the rules or not, but I want every single movie and VHS you have in this store." I'll tell you what, I had some people pissed at me when I left. I had 3 staff members loading bags. And they were putting the bags back in the carts and then telling the other people those were already spoken for.
Right.
This one guy, I swear he wanted to punch me in the face. I grabbed this title, and I don't remember what it was, and he wanted it. And he says, "Man, come on. You can't take them all. What the hell? Come on." And I looked at him and says,
"Hold my beer.
It's for a good cause. It's for a good cause." And he's like, he gives me like this look on his face, like, "Yeah, what kind of good cause? You know what I mean? You're just being a greedy prick, you know."
It goes back to the library.
There is a young kid who's going to appreciate this.
Right.
Me.
And the money goes back to the library.
It all goes back to the library, yeah. Well, the insider is that on the book sale day, because I'm a friend of the library, I get to go in. I'm going to probably spend more than the $3 per bag. I'm going to buy them all the day before.
Right.
And just go in and say, "All right, look, I'm going to give you $150, $100, whatever, and I'll buy all of your VHS and DVDs." And then, like, I got duplicates. You see you can't see, but you can see on the shelf there. I've got duplicates. There's probably 30 titles there. Those are some duplicates. I end up giving those away.
Right.
So it's one of those things where it's like, hey, you want to go through my duplicates? You can go through and take whatever you want.
Right.
And I'm like, okay. I'm addicted. I'm a hoarder. Now that I've spent 10 minutes talking about this addiction, let's talk about this addiction.
Yes.
Gosh, I've been talking all night. Oh my gosh. This is the most talking I've done all day. I've been at work, in the office, all day. This is it. This is the most I've done.
I love it.
So, your aunt, you think, or a friend, you think, got you into it?
Well, I think it was a contributing factor of my friends all knowing of Doctor Who and like, oh, you should watch it, you should watch it. I've been watching it, you should watch it. So I was like, I want to see what it's about.
Are you one of those that have a bunch of memorabilia?
I do. I do. I do. I have several different forms of TARDISes, and
I know you have a teapot.
And a mug.
And a mug.
I have the Pandorica, no, not the Pandorica, the exploding TARDIS bracelet, exploding TARDIS poster like you have.
Yeah.
Only mine's framed.
Okay.
And above my fireplace.
So much better than me.
Yes. Yes.
More class. Less ass.
I have a couple of Funko Pop like you do.
Uh-huh.
I have a couple of magnets. And I even have a TARDIS tea infuser.
Do you have any of the old stuff? I'm reaching over here. For instance, I just want to show you some of the stuff. Doctor Who, this is the old stuff.
But I heard the missing episode is
the fifth Doctor.
Novelized.
So Doctor Who has been around since like the early 60s. And it was huge in England, but they came out with novels.
Right.
You know, the books. And I don't have nowhere near all of them, but there is a book for every single episode. Mm-hmm. And then there's books that are like they could be episodes, but they're not.
Right.
And I found these on accident in I think it was 98 when I went to England. And I was into a thrift store in England. They call it something shop. And trinkets and stuff. And in this glass cabinet was this one. I'll show you. This is really cool. This is rare. Very rare. Like, this thing is insured. Kind of rare.
Is it really?
Yeah. And I'm wearing shorts. By the way, those were shorts. So this is very rare. And it's still inside the paper bag that I bought it.
Right.
And I've had this thing out, like, probably 3 or 4 times. But, so... This is my Doctor Who memorabilia. This is the expensive stuff, the stuff that I really care about. Inside this envelope, and it's an original envelope from when this was sold, are 4 little teeny... Are they in this one? They're not! Where are they? Uh-oh. I hope to God nobody licked them. Well, here's some George Washington stamps. 3 cents. Washington stamps. Gosh. That's not good. I hope
that's still cool though.
It's probably in the safe. But there's 4 stamps of dialects. There's 4 dialect stamps. And they only made those for a limited period of time. But I've got this 1968 they call it a diary, but it's more like a calendar. And so, like, yeah, and you keep track of your dates and your times and personal information and stuff. And £6.
Oh, wow.
I paid £6 for it. And I love this thing. And it's, as you can see, it doesn't open all the way. It's because the binding has never been broken.
Right.
And it's got the original dust cover on it. And there's underground map on the inside. The 11th Underground. So I got my possessions.
Yeah, see, I don't have anything quite as wonderful as that.
Well, this was an accident.
Right.
Okay, because when I went in 98, I was 18 when I went. And I was a really big Doctor Who fan. And my whole thing, we went to London. And the whole time we were in London, I didn't want to see Benedict Pididicky Circus, or whatever it's called.
Right.
Forget it. I didn't want to see any, Big Ben or London Bridge. I didn't want to see any of that stuff. I just wanted to see a TARDIS.
Right.
Well, how did I know that in '98 they didn't have them anymore?
Right.
They got rid of all of them in the '80s. They got rid of some of the last ones.
Because that was during the period that even the show wasn't on.
Right.
Right.
So, we found kind of a TARDIS. It was like this wooden tall box-like thing it had a phone thing in it, and it looked at the light in the top and looked like one, but wasn't really a TARDIS. And I got a picture with me and my mom standing next to that. That was really kind of cool. Nice. But yeah, it just anyways, that's all I wanted to do. And then when I walked into that shop, and I think it was in Brighton or Hove or Goring or someplace like that. Or could even have been Worthing. I walked into the shop, and in this glass cabinet, now I'm backtracking to where I was before. In this glass cabinet was 2 books, and they were, I don't remember which ones they were. I've got so many, but they were, paperback books. And I saw those, and I swear I flipped.
Right.
Because I didn't know this existed.
Right.
And I was so amazed. Well, I only brought so much spending money with me because I wasn't expecting to buy memorabilia.
Right.
And I think at that moment I had probably about 600 pounds or something like that left. We were only there, I think, about a week. We were supposed to be there for a month. We were only about a week in. And so they were cheap. They were, 4 or 5 pounds, 6 pounds, whatever. They were old. Nobody over there, right? Over there, nobody cares. They're like, it's old. Whatever. There's thousands of them. We don't care. Here in America, that's not the case because these weren't published in America. Right. This was something that, the older ones, I don't know about the 80s, but the older ones were not published in America. And so this was something that was brand new to me. I was like, wow. Right. So from that moment on, for the next 3 weeks, I was on a hunt. Right. Every antique store we went into, every bookstore I found, and I must have came out of England with about 35 of these books. Wow. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever. And I have read every single one of them religiously. I mean, they're just, very cool. And it's so difficult to try not to break the spine when you read them. Right. Because they're like, this is it. This is the last ones. I mean, they're not going to reprint these. Right. So that's my memorabilia.
I want them in your will.
You what?
You put them in your will and give me.
Oh, you're going to die before me. I was thinking if I ever get a complete set, which is like ridiculous. I mean, we're talking like I think there's like 1,200 in total or something like that, or more by now. And if you count like the new stuff, because they came out with 2 different new ones. I'm just gonna show you. They came out with 2 different new ones. So they got this. This is Ace, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah. So they came out with these in the 90s.
Seal of Brazilian.
Yep. And then they came out with these not that long ago. I mean, really not that long ago. So, but
I have all the audiobooks.
You have all the audiobooks?
One of the audiobooks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any audiobooks of Doctor Who.
There's a couple more
I want to get. Star Trek audiobooks, but we're not talking about that today. So, hold on. Let me bump it. Oh, our battery's almost running out, so we're going to have to end our show here pretty soon. Yeah. You'll get a chance to learn more about us as the episodes go on.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to do what we can to have these kind of conversations as well as review Who.
Yes.
So, review the Who with Miss Carol and Sir Cracker. Yep. All right, y'all. Have yourselves a fantastic
evening.
Ooh, she changed it on me. If you have a comment or question, leave it in the comment section below. Definitely share our videos with friends. Yeah. And don't forget to hit that really awesome button in the corner. Yeah. All right, y'all. See you next time. Bye.
Okay.
Do I embarrass you?
A lot.
A lot! I embarrass her a lot! This is Review of the Who, and I'm Sir Cracker, and that's Miss Carol. And I embarrass her a lot. I embarrass you a lot! I embarrass you a lot!